Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Jake and I am back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Miguel Cabrera. That's right, Miggy. I'm going to be talking about one of the best hitters of the last 20 years, probably the best pure hitter of my lifetime. And that does sound like a lot, and quite frankly, it is a lot. But I think it really deserves a video of its own because, we tend to look at guys and we look at them fondly or not so fondly. And so if you're a kid who's 10, 12 years old right now, you might be looking at Miguel Cabrera right now and saying, Miguel Cabrera, he's just some relic of a bygone era. But I really don't like that. I grew up when Miguel Cabrera was the best hitter in baseball. So if this video helps anybody, see what they possibly didn't see or maybe forgot about, it would be really helpful. So hopefully, so that's why I'm going to be making this video, and so there's a lot to get to, so let's just jump into it. Let's go back where it all started for young Miguel Cabrera. When he was 16 years old in the year 1999, he signed with the Florida Marlins as an international free agent out of Venezuela. But he didn't make his major league debut until he was 20 years old in 2003. About halfway through the season with the Florida Marlins. And it started off with a bang. In his first career game, he had a walk-off home run in his very first game. He was a real spark plug for the Marlins that year, as he helped lead them to the playoffs and helped him win the championship. The Marlins won the championship in his rookie season. That's crazy. I mean, some players, they play their entire careers and never win a championship, because it's so hard to win a championship in baseball. And Miguel Cabrera reached the pinnacle, and it happened in his rookie season. But alas, the good times wouldn't keep rolling in Florida, as, if you watched my Rob Nen video, you know that the Marlins are one for fire sailing after they win a championship. But, it happened. They won the World Series, and then they fire sailed. Not as egregiously as in 1997, but they did often trade their players, and they did so in 2003. But Miguel Cabrera stuck around for 5 seasons before they traded him. But his 5 years in Florida were worth remembering. In all 5 seasons, he received MVP votes, including his rookie season. And in the 5 years, he was a 4-time All-Star, and he was a 2-time Silver Slugger. But despite all this, the Marlins, they weren't interested in paying Miguel Cabrera, because let's be honest, he was going to get paid. So they traded him to the Detroit Tigers, and that's when his career went from just great, great young player, to absolute legendary status. He went from one of the best young players to one of the best players to ever play the game. Straight up facts. As previously mentioned, he was traded along with fellow 2003 rookie Dontrelle Willis to the Detroit Tigers for 6 prospects, mainly being Andrew Miller and Cameron Maybin. And though those players turned out to be good players, they just weren't with the Marlins. And this has turned out to be one of the worst trades, perhaps in MLB history, because the Tigers got probably the best player of his generation during that time. So let's talk about it. From the years of 2008, his first year in Detroit, to 2013, these were his stats. They were absolutely mind-boggling when I saw them. In every one of those years, he had at least 30 home runs, and if you don't include 2008, which he hit 292, which is not too shabby, every other year during that stretch, he had at least 324 average. That's mind-boggling. That's crazy. That's insane. For a guy who's a great hitter, for a power hitter, that's crazy. But let's talk about the creme de la creme, that being the 2012 season. As you can see, I'm showing the 2012 Triple Crown chase. Miguel Cabrera did something that had not happened since 1967, that being someone winning the batting Triple Crown. And that's insane. The last person to do it was Carl Yastrzemski. Think about it. From 1968 to 2011, it had not happened in baseball. I'm kind of speechless, actually. But he did it. At the end of the year, he ended up hitting 330 with 44 home runs and 139 RBIs, which sounds crazy because it is. And but he won the Triple Crown. He was an MVP, and his team got to the World Series. However, it wasn't meant to be. He doesn't get the storybook Cinderella win, as the Tigers got swept in 2012 by the San Francisco Giants. But the next year, 2013, though he didn't win a batting Triple Crown, it might have been even better. I mean, seriously. I mean, he hit 348. That was his average. He hit 44 home runs again, and he had 137 RBIs. He won the batting title, but he didn't lead the league in home runs or RBIs. But 44 home runs and 137 RBIs, that's not too shabby if I say so myself. And just to put a bow on it, here are the stats and who he beat out in the statistical race for the Triple Crown. I mean, there are two guys, Mike Trout and Adrian Beltre, which are going to be Hall of Famers. And the other guys on this list aren't too shabby. All-star level players that he beat out. So after the 2012 season, they lost the World Series. And then after the 2013 season, which he won his second MVP back-to-back, he would have another 3-year stretch of greatness. During 2014, 15, and 16, he would be an all-star in all 3 years. He would receive MVP votes in all 3 of those years, and he would win 2 more Silver Sluggers. And in 2016, he would sign a monster extension, an 8-year, $240 million deal. However, unfortunately, 2016 would be probably the last year where he was an undisputed one of the best players in baseball, because after that, his career started to slow down. And though since 2017 he hasn't been as good as he once was, that really shouldn't diminish his greatness. People should not, disprove or try to, diminish his accomplishments just because of the twilight of his career. I mean, he's still a good player, and he's still not that far from some serious milestones. As of today, he has 494 career home runs. That's only 6 home runs away from 500, joining the exclusive 500 home run club. And he has 2,931 hits. He's only 69 hits away from 3,000, joining the Mr. 3000 club. And so, to wrap it up, he's one of the best hitters of my lifetime, probably the best. He's just a monster, and I just don't want people to forget about how good he was, or to diminish him because of what he's done in the last couple years. If anybody learned anything from this video, or if maybe they forgot how great he was, then this video will be totally worth it. So that's really all I have for today's video. I really appreciate you guys checking out my videos. I'm still learning. I'm trying to get better. But I really do enjoy making them, and I hope that you guys are enjoying watching them. If you could drop a like, a subscription, a comment, those really help me out. You guys could let me know what you like, what you don't like, and all that jazz. So, but yeah, if you could do all those things, that would be truly appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.